Oh, I wish you guys could smell these beautiful flowers on these ornamental crabapple trees that are growing in the backyard. They're so sweet. They're so awesome right now. I just needed a couple minutes of your time as an introduction to the June readings for all signs. It's my pleasure to bring them to you once again. I hope you enjoy them. But I had to throw in a little just disclaimer saying that, yeah, the readings are for entertainment purposes only. If you have situations, maybe you need to go see a doctor of some fashion, this is not to be taken as medical advice. This is to be used for entertainment purposes. So as the channel description says, be enlightened, be entertained, but most of all, be yourself. If you are needing a little bit of extra helping hand, please go and seek professional assistance from somebody that can get you to a place where you're feeling good and strong and as beautiful as these crabapple trees are. Okay, thanks guys. Enjoy your readings.
Yar, and if ye was roaming the high seas, chances are you might have seen a Pisces. Hi Pisces, thanks for putting up with me, and more so thank you for joining me here at this little YouTube channel at this particular moment in space and time. I hope your futures are on time. I hope you're living in the now. I hope you guys are all finding yourself in a place where the weather is nice and your sanctuary is clean and beautiful and you're just relaxed, feeling comfortable. That's what we want, those deep breaths, breathing in that prana, knowing that you're protected. We got the spirit guides, we got the angels, we got, you know, even Mr. Barkley down the street, you know, somewhere his intuitive higher self knows that, you know, you're tuned in and maybe we're all looking for a little bit of guidance in some way or another. So we are here in June 2017 for a general reading for the sign of Pisces, sun signs, moon sign, ascendant, cross-watching for people that care about Pisces. What are the stuck energies? What are the healing messages? And what are the hidden messages in June for Pisces? Okay, tarot's ready, Pisces. Are you guys ready? Again, I hope you all are doing well. My well-wishing is a favorite part of this video. We're going to get it out. Thanks for liking, thumbs upping, thumbs downing, thumbs sideways. That'd be cool if they put a thumbs sideways button if you were just like, meh, I was just okay with that video, right? That'd be kind of interesting. Okay, set your intention. We got the Knight of Wands up at the bottom of the deck. So this guy is sometimes can be perceived as being out of control. This is like the real quick talker. This is the guy that hyperbolizes everything to the nth degree. What I mean by that is like they exaggerate, you know, so much. They're passionate when they speak. They're engaged with what they're doing as long as it fits their agenda. They are the ones that are out there leading the charge, leading the pack. They're the first ones to go do a skydiving or some kind of like adrenaline-filled sport or some sort of risk-taking, right? They're the first ones to jump in with both feet. If it's new and exciting and it's challenging their adrenaline and get their endorphins running, they're the first ones to go and do that. So Pisces, I can see how this would be a very attractive energy for you to have. So some of you may be having a Knight of Wands that you're thinking about or that you're crushing on if this person is in your external environment. This is somebody with a lot of the fire element in their chart. That means Sagittarians, Leos, Aries, or just somebody that had a lot of planets in one of those signs at the time that they were born. It's interesting how we sometimes identify with our zodiac sign, and then we're even like checking these readings out based on that. But identifying with the element that's within your sign is a completely different ballgame because we are all a complex mix of complexity, I find. Some of us, it's like an ebb and flow too. Sometimes some of us are feeling more passionate that particular day and then a little less passionate. Sometimes, you know, even like someone can really feel super emotional and they don't even have to be a Cancer or a Pisces or a water sign, and they just have a very emotional kind of day. So when I'm asking to look at this card and the overall energy, I guess, because court cards, we got to internalize it too. What is it about yourself? Right now we're like, what are we focused on? What are our passions? how real are they, and are we being overboard about certain things? Like, are other people just kind of standing back and being like, whoa, what the heck is going on? And meanwhile, you're just in there having a good old time, a grand old time, because, it's what you want to be doing. You feel like you're in the zone, sort of thing. With Knight of Wands, it's a very strong feeling, in the zone, right? That moment where everything just sort of feeling right. You kind of intuitively know you're at the right moment in space and time, that you're just sort of like feeling the energy around you. And God knows, it could be a million different things. This could be hiking. This could be, whatever you're passionate about as well, okay? So let's look at that. I have a feeling for a lot of Pisces, it's going to be up in a relationship aspect. But for some of you, this is more so in a general, am I going to be successful at what it is I'm currently doing type reading. Talk about King of Cups reversed in your grounding. Okay, Pisces, more discipline needed. You guys, if you're moving through your element, if you're younger viewers watching this, it looks as though you may be being tested on a day-to-day level to keep yourself grounded and keep yourself focused and not being too sort of flighty. Okay, Pisces, this is like whirlwind type energy. This is sort of being caught up in the melodramas, and sometimes it's not even mellow. Sometimes it's just straight up dramatic. Other people, putting a certain tone on a day just by being there, or the way they're speaking, and you're just kind of like almost kind of like needing to go with it or like run away from it. It's going to be troublesome, I feel, for a lot of Pisces to be standing in their own power when I see the King of Cups up like this. Some of you may have to look at your diet, your health here in June. Some of you, like as we get into swimsuit season, you may are going to be realizing, all right, a little bit more discipline is required if we're going to be having those esteem and the confidence things moving forward. Into like looking good and to feel good, if that's sort of your avenue. If you're sort of like in a fashionista or a foodie, maybe we're really having to like kind of watch what we're doing and watch how engaged we are with things of that nature. And as well, if you've got kind of one of those jobs, because Pisces, you guys are innovators. You guys are like the entrepreneurs of the zodiac. If you're doing something that is like kind of like has potential to maybe make you money, or you're kind of like creating a new market or a new product and something like that, and you're in this sort of development stage where it's like maybe you are like a food critic or something like that. Part of your job is to go out and like pick something apart or break something down. And that part's really easy, but then you have to go and write a report about it. You might even be a police officer here where, it's like having the discipline to like finish up the last bits and pieces of whatever you're doing. Because like a lot of times what do they call projects? Sorry, my bumbling tongue. Projects and vocations and things of that nature, they usually have a part that's like super awesome, and then there's like the responsibility side of that project of like maybe there's a large cleanup afterwards that we're not always like willing or wanting to do, or perhaps there's like a part of it where now there's a lot of discipline in editing after a lot of writing and that sort of thing. As well, this could be speaking to Pisces that are involved with Cancers or Scorpios, or people with a lot of water, another Pisces, a lot of water in their charts. This could be a very like emotionally turbulent time for you guys. Some of you guys might be feeling like feelings are hurt really easily over things being said or not being said, or perhaps, a little bit too much drinking as of late, like the nice weather, you guys might be patio season, and, maybe it's like every free evening or every free weekend, somebody you're close to, or yourself included, could be just imbibing a little bit too heavily and like kind of paying the hangover price in the morning. Okay, that's what's up for King of Cups there in grounding. You don't usually see him, especially reversed out there. If this is a person opposing you in your environment right now, Pisces, retreat. Just get away from that person, because there's no kind of reasoning with this person that you just have to, or if this person, you may just have to let them go out until you finally fall on your face and come back kind of thing. that sort of energy, Pisces. And if this is you, this is saying we need to be more disciplined and more regimented with our behaviors, okay? Whether it's an addiction, whether it's just sort of some sort of thing that's not as healthy as like you may be feeling like, something is causing you to be out of shape or short of breath or whatever it might be, okay? All right, moving on, moving up, sacral area, Ace of Swords. Good energy to have here, Pisces. These are brand new thoughts. These are good thoughts. Some of you have definitely tuned into this reading, I feel, to confirm direction, about some recent direction or choice that you've made. We've got this guy with his wand here as a singular, and now we have this Ace of Swords up here. Some of you have now locked in a goal in your crosshairs. You have set your sights on something, and now you're wanting to pursue it, and you're looking for clues, you're looking for hints, whether through stories people are telling you, advice you're receiving online, research that you're doing at libraries, something that is going to confirm for you that the direction you're going is right. And we spoke of it earlier, like when you felt like you're in the zone, when you know you're kind of in that right moment in space and time. I feel a lot of you are going to be feeling it as you're doing some sort of research, some sort of like investigating about something, right? Whatever it is you're pursuing, for some of you, you may just be jumping in with 2 feet, have no knowledge of it. You might have just seen it on like Red Bull TV, or you may have like heard a story of your friend talking about Machu Picchu, and you're like, oh my God, I've got to go. I've seen pictures forever, but I've never experienced it for myself, or something of that nature, right? Where you guys are like running around, making a plan, right? That planning is huge. I'm the worst shuffler on YouTube. It's just like, except the fact when I look for a clarifier, like 20,000 cards are going to jump out. So we've got victory, and we have mourning, we have victory. We have another ace here. We have an Ace of Pentacles up. So for some of you, this is going to be a project. And now we have the King of Wands up here. All right, so let's take a look at these new thoughts, right, that you could be having. And these are in the regards to the sacral, right? Some of you are definitely looking at situations where you may be going to be single or choosing to be single for a little while so that you can get things done. It's almost as though some of you, in your terms of your last relationship, and this is for single Pisces now, in your last relationship, I feel that you might have come to some certain level of understanding that whatever it is you were doing, even if it was fulfilling sort of on a sexual nature or a social status nature, you may be found that like it was taking away a little bit more than it was giving, in the fact that maybe you didn't have enough time to do everything that you wanted to do because you felt obligated to this partner and to always be there for them, to be there when they said, and part of you maybe in this last relationship said, I'm never going to do that again. If this person wants to be in my life and we may be harmonious, but if we have completely different things that we want to be doing with our free time, it's just not going to work, and you're not going to want to compromise on that sort of thing anymore. But this fire sign is showing up like hardcore for you, Pisces. You're definitely attracted to this person that maybe has some knowledge or is established in their understanding about that same thing that you are passionate about, and that is like kind of drawing you towards this person. So it's interesting that there's kind of like this intermingling of this new hobby, this new passion, this new direction, and how it's associated with a love interest. So that is kind of interesting cards, and only you, Pisces, only you would get those kind of things, going at the same time sort of thing. We see it in this Chariot, right? You're getting the 2-for-1 special potentially here for some of you with this fire sign and this new undertaking that you're willing to do. So it could be new love associated with a new relationship, and profitable in terms of, you making better choices, you making better investments. Some of you may be just looking at getting rid of this. You're going to make the idea to drop certain things out of your life, maybe even certain people out of your life. A relationship that could have held you back could have been a water type thing, and now you're very excited maybe about somebody with a lot of fire in their charts to like get you moving again. And you may have that understanding with them right off the bat, like, all right, we're together, we're working for the same cause, we can hang out, and we can we can maybe go for a roll in the hay together, but at the end of the day, you're maybe setting your boundaries and saying, well, listen, I'm only emotionally available up to this point. And I need you to know that. I need you to understand that, all right? So, interesting to see Ace of Swords up there. Some of you may be making the choice to keep things completely legitimately professional and interplaying that love and work type thing together at the same time. All right, moving on. We've got Hangman up in the solar plexus area, and this card is reversed too. So when the Hangman comes up, it's like showing that some of you have like kind of cleared out illusions. You've cleared out residual energies and mental blocks that had been leaving you feeling faded to some particular type of lifestyle or life path. You've actually like kind of broken free of that. It's kind of like, I don't know, I'm getting this image of like this like people sitting in an old, dark, dingy room, and then all of a sudden the walls fall away and a ton of sunlight comes in and just like reminds them that they're alive, reminds them to like get up off their ass and get going, and like let's go and do something now that like makes us feel really happy, that makes our spine feel supple and makes us feel young again. Some of you might actually just be going out and playing a little ball, playing a little something or other just to make yourself feel good. Any kind of like physical activity with this Hangman reverse is going to be excellent for you guys to lock in, root in foundations, and balance out schedules and passions. We've got to like make sure we're getting in touch with our body from time to time, because the mental and the emotional push forward to be with somebody or be involved in something. When we withdraw, we need to have something to fall back on. And for a lot of people, this can be like a sporting thing, or this can be like some sort of something to get the cardio up, something to get you in your body so that you look up at the sunset or the sky and you know what? We know that we're more than this. We know we're locked into our bodies, and that feeling of being in the right place and time and you know, being at one with the energy and the frequency around us so that we are convinced that we're doing the right thing and we're going the right condition is always with us. That it's not a fleeting thing that sort of we have to go and find it again once every couple of weeks or once every couple months, because we're like, oh, where the heck was that feeling I had in May, right? And you're like, oh, where did it go? And then you kind of have to cycle back and say, well, maybe I have to stop, drinking beer or wine so much, and then I can go for a run. The Hangman is saying, like, some of you are on the verge of such larger healing cycles, I feel, that if you, as long as you're staying regiment, you're sticking with it. This Knight of Wands is going to take notice of your passions, because people can be passionate about what they want to do to become successful at it, and other people can be obsessed with what they want to do to become successful. And you don't want to reach. I sound like Elmo Fudd. You don't want to reach that level of obsession, because that can create more obstacles in terms of getting to your long-term goal. What you want to do is you want to have a nice level of passion about it, and then you want to be able to sort of engage in it and then let go in a very healthy ebb and flow kind of way. And then that's what's going to help allow you to see the bigger picture all the time, allow you to stay open to new directions, new ways of taking your ideas and projects, so that you don't like end up driving yourself into the ground because you become too narrowly focused, as Knight of Wands sometimes looks like he is. Okay, moving on up to Heart Chakra, we have Page of Pentacles here. And Page of Pentacles is always nice to see in a reading. She usually, like I would say 90%, 9 times out of 10 will bring you like a nice positive message of like, you know, you're on the right track. You guys are ready to present. You're ready to take your ideas to the next level. You may be ready to share. You may be have like been, some of you may have been given a project or a task by a group or by a supervisor and then given free creative control over it. You've taken it home. You've been working on it now for the past 6 weeks or so, and then you're ready to present. You're ready to, like, for some of you, I feel that you might be in marketing. You might be in idea where you're like kind of idea generators, think tanks, think groups, things like that. And like this Page of Pentacles is showing like some sort of breakthrough, some sort of like you presenting an idea that people are really going to be fond of for some people. Now, Page of Pentacles can also be saying it may be time to look at what we have around us in terms of our material things and put to use the things that we can. And this is almost like taking stock, taking inventory. It's weird to have a card of material progression, a material understanding up in our place of our hearts. But Pisces, this is so ideal for you because you guys are definitely in a situation where your life and your success, so the finer things in life and your push to success, they often intertwine. They can definitely go apart and then come back together again. But a lot of times, Pisces, you'll find like you put yourself into that entrepreneurial success or failure. You are the business. You are the one, the consultant, you know, things of that nature. And you do it from a place of your heart. Some of you may be working very hard to get your agenda pushed forward because you know that it's going to help a lot of people and it's going to make you profitable at the same time, and you have someone trusted that you're working together with. Page of Pentacles is just there kind of reinforcing those ideas, all right? And then again, make sure you guys are seeing everything. Make sure you guys are taking into account everything that it is that, you know, and that's why I say go for that run because it might get your brain thinking about something you haven't thought about yet, okay? Just ask for a little bit of clarifier here as why Page of Pentacles was up here. And some of you are just going, this is interesting. Some of you are going to be feeling here like you're really going to be wanting to open up to somebody and share your, when I say share your ideas, this is like almost like some of you are like picking a partner, picking somebody out to open, like kind of reveal your intellectual property to out of a position of trust. You may be looking for funding about something that you need to do, and then you're having to trust someone to open to your idea, knowing that they're not going to steal it, but you can also enter into a partnership where you can become profitable. And some of you may find that you're meeting someone very harmonious to do this with. And yeah, this could be this fire sign that we're seeing here as well. But give this time to like flourish. Give this time to develop. Give this, like, I would say, don't be very pushy coming up. If you're trying to get some help or some on the same page as somebody, just kind of address them and then leave it. Wait for them to get back to you before you keep beating on the proverbial door, sort of thing. It's, you know, stepping back. This ebb and flow is going to be so, it's going to be so important for you guys to realize how engaging and then disengaging the moment becomes as we walk through the days, and the days turn into weeks and the weeks turn into months. How these cycles, you can use them to your advantage to almost like the stars or the planets align just right for them, because it shows up in the microcosm of what's going on in the people and the faces and the journey that our daily lives takes, okay? Oh, up in communication, we have number 13, major death. Okay, death has shown up a few times for other signs here in June. So transformation is very huge. It's very big. Some of you are going to be putting to bed old ways. Some of you guys are going to be saying goodnight, like final goodnights to old relationships where you're just like, you know what, take me out of your speed dial. I don't want to be there anymore. Why do you keep texting me at 2 in the morning after you've had too much to drink? We've been broken up for like 3 months now. Do you not get it? When I don't respond, it means I do not want to hear from you anymore. That kind of thing. When we see death up in the throat chakra. All right. And as well, some of you might just not wanting to be reaching out at this time, other than to like those 1 or 2 particular people that are going to be bona fide, trusted, and can help you along your way. You may just be saying like, you know, turning the sandwich board sign over. It says out to lunch, or we'll be back in 5 minutes. But 5 minutes is actually meaning like a very long time, right? It's good to see this transformation up here in communication. Maybe you need to reach out. Maybe you need to find somebody in community, a friend or something that will join you on these runs, all right? On these 2 cards are like kind of have a lot going on and similar. So when I say, you know, when you're inspired, to get up, get moving, get going, not feeling as faded, you're actually going to have to be like, I feel some of you talking to people about, you know, how you're feeling, or addressing the fact, maybe I do drink a little bit too much. Maybe I do party a little bit too much. Would you like to maybe, you know, step out of the group together with me? Or, you know, you may just be putting yourself out there in terms of a social media type thing, being like, who wants to go for a run? Who doesn't want to go to Shenana Billy's pub on Friday and wants to go shoot hoops instead, or whatever that might be, right? this death is transformation, and we're cluing people in around us that we don't have time for our old selves anymore. We're doing the new things. We're doing it the right way. So it's good energy to see that there, Pisces. I want you guys to know through the spoken word, through listening, the clues that I mentioned earlier that you'll be picking up on, those are the transformational things that are going to be occurring, okay? All right, moving on. Third eye. Knight of Pentacles reversed. Okay. Living free. Living free, okay? That's right. That's where this balance is in third eye. Some of you may be feeling like there is a lot of harmony right now. Maybe you can have your pie and eat it too, is what I'm seeing with these cards like this. Maybe you're just feeling like, you know what, I feel almost like a Sagittarius. I don't know if there's going to be crossover. I did Sagittarius already, but maybe you're just feeling like I'm in control. Nobody's going to be telling me what the F to do ever, right? You know, I'm okay with the fact that maybe I drink, I smoke, it's okay with me, or I'm a certain way, I have these certain vices in my life, but gall darn it, you know what, I like them, and I don't care who knows it, I don't care if people try and judge me for it, and you know what, I'm going to do things my way, and maybe even some of you have this idea that you're running with, that you're moving forward with, and other people are being like, yeah, I'll fund you, I'll give you some dinero, some moolah to get it off the ground as long as you change this, and this about it. And you're like, nope, no way. This was my baby. This is my gem. I want to do it this way. And if I can't do it this way, and others of you may be the other side of the coin, may be like, okay, you may be needing to compromise or seeing like this capital funding endeavor is so good that maybe, or this guy is like maybe so convincing in your partnership that you might agree to some sort of creative, letting go of some of the creative aspects of your entrepreneurial idea. Okay. Wow, Pisces, you guys got a lot going on. Your money, I don't know this card. We're going to have to take this card how it comes. Three of Swords. It could have been reversed. It could have come upright. My slippery little fingers did it again, right? How do we read it? Is the relationship over? Is the heartbreak up? Right? What is the test coming in? This is a heartbreaker. If this card was coming in like this is a heartbreaker. Because this is showing something like you're going to really have to be very mindful of who you want to trust. Be very discerning, right? With this quick, like it could, and for some people it's like, somebody's going to try to make things happen quicker than you're ready for, almost, right? And you're going to have to really want to make sure that you can trust whoever it is that you are letting in. I mentioned this thing with intellectual property earlier, and for some of you, I feel, because this goes right back to your heart, you don't want anyone stealing your idea. So maybe what I'm thinking here is some of you may just decide that you need to go out and contact a lawyer. We don't have Justice card up here or Six of Coins at all, but the feeling here is that there is a potential for some sort of betrayal if you guys are sharing too much too soon in new relationships, okay? And I'm really wanting to clarify the heck out of this Three of Swords because it flipped up. It could have came this way. It could have been a situation where maybe you're having to dump some donkey in order to get feeling better, doing better, having the time you need to do your stuff, that sort of thing. And you may be realizing that it's time to do so, and you're going to be doing so, and it could be a bit of trouble, right? The fact that I flipped the card means to me that both messages, again with the Elmer Fudd thing, both messages are going to be relevant for Pisces, right? For whatever, but let's just clarify. Why is Three of Swords Crown Chakra? Why is the card of betrayal? Why is the card of heartbreak, the Three of Swords up from Crown energy, right? Why is that there? We want to know. I tried too hard for that one. We've got Knight of Wands again, and we've got the Four of Pentacles. So, look at that. The Knight of Wands shows up from both decks. I've got Three of Swords, Four of Pentacles. We're being very careful who we're trusting this month, Pisces. And some people may come in like Rico Suave or, the Femme Fatale and wanting to really find out what it is you're all about. Maybe, get some information about you, or you're just maybe saying like, maybe you're in both in a new relationship and you have the new project, and you're like, do I disclose everything about myself to this new lover at present time? These cards are saying if that is your situation, if you're in a new relationship, Pisces, and you're kind of been questioning how much to let them know about you, it may be saying like, just don't open up 100% just yet. Just until we know a little bit more about our partner, just until we can understand like where their motives are at, because it looks like a lot of this is hidden still, Pisces. And for the few that have checked this out to find out what is going on in regards to this plot line, I'm just going to say you're going to have to kind of make sure that you're not trusting. It's almost like this person might even be trying to get you drunk to get something, and just be very careful of this type of energy and this type of person. This is not a grounded energy. So for some of you, you may need to make sure that you've got a backup plan. If you're going to be out, if you're going to be partying, if you're going to be spending a lot of money on socializing and on relationships, it shows that avenue might not be the best. It might be more of a test from source coming in, right? Whereas like if you're going to be focused and get down to business where your heart wants to be, disciplined, out taking care of your body, then that's going to be more so of the direction that's going to favor Pisces. So there's a bit. All right. So from Enchanted Map, you've got number 42, the wide open card, right? So this is you guys being at the realization, right, of how do we move forward? What do we want to do? We can step forward. We can take a leap of faith off the front of this rock, right, and be sure of our landing, or we're going to take a step back and maybe fall backwards to our detriment, right? Or we could stay in the same position, in this position of wonderment and knowing that the future is wide open. We can go whatever we want. Maybe we need just to take a little bit more time to sit and think about it, because with this in our solar plexus chakra, this hangman reverse, some of you might just be doing just that. You might just be like, you know what? I'm not deciding anything any which way from Tuesday until I know more, until I want to know more about my environment, the circumstances, the people around me before I do any of that. Now, from Wisdom of the Oracle, you got serendipity. So this is a little bit of magic. This is a little bit of you guys having the sort of, what do they call that? That ingenious spark. There's something there that is going to be illuminated for Pisces this spring, where it's like you have this magical idea, or you have this sort of like intuitive knowledge, and you're just going to run with it. You're just going to go with it. And people are going to be captivated by it. They're going to be like, well, where did they get that? Where did they get that notion? Or where does that sense of fashion come from? Where's this artistic idea being generated from? And then you turn into this big magnet for all these people, and then you're going to kind of wonder who you have to trust. All right, Pisces, interesting cards. I always enjoy doing your reading, and thanks for joining me again. I hope you're able to take something from it. Know that I love you all, and we'll see you next time.